Please, this is we built this from scratch with Elementor instead of using the same and all that. So we just decided to build it from scratch. So the over effects, the button, how to put button and all that, and all these icons too. Then this. So today we are going to look at adding products to our website. So this is just the new arrival. So new arrival can be your latest products. Now, how do you add latest products, right? So new arrival can just be the latest product on your site. Now we have uploaded some of our products. We have some of our products. Do we have much products here? Let's see all products. Okay, we just have two products here. Now, I can duplicate this. Just come on top and click on duplicate. Then let me just rename it and use the same picture. Let me type it. Well, have I created categories? Okay, let me add it under furniture. I think we have furniture. So publish. Um, what else? So let me come back to new arrival. So once you click on view all, it should be able to take you to the shop page to view all products. So let's add about 4 products here. But we currently have about 3 products on our site. So let me duplicate one more product and get that done. All products. Let me duplicate this. I don't want to add new product. I don't want to start looking for products. Let me name it as basket. Okay, basket will fall under furniture, publish. So I want to start editing this. All right, click here, open link with Elementor. If you don't want to do it that way, currently on our shop, we should have some of, okay, this is our shop, this is our default, this is not the default shop, we created a page. So if you want to use the normal shop that comes with Elementor, that comes with WooCommerce, once you click on shop, your product should show here, but we are not using that. So we want to build this from scratch also. So the home, so we'll just quickly complete this home, replicate some of these stuffs here, replicate some of these stuffs, then we get things done. So hope we are following. So let me edit with Elementor. Come down to pages, my home page. Right click, open link in a new tab, edit. Okay, so this is what we have. Now, remember we installed the plugin yesterday, Essential Add-ons for Elementor, and we also installed Elementor Pro yesterday. So we want to add products under this part. So for this part, let's link it to our shop. So just click on top, then click on Type Shop. Now this button, I want it to be at the middle of this. This button is not at the middle of this container. So just click on this part, like to edit your container. You can click. If you click on this, it will take you to the middle. Here to the top, here to the middle, here to the end. So I want it to be at the middle. But if you want it to be at the center like this, you can do it this way. But I want it to be at the end, which is this. Okay. Now let's start. This part is looking somehow big. Did we add anything? Okay, the bottom, I think we made it. Let's make it 0 is too small. Okay. So let me add another flex container. So let me make it row, something like this, or make it column. Add elements, 5 product. Now we have products. If you install Elementor Pro, you should be able to get the product. But if you install essential add-ons for Elementor, have we activated that plugin? Okay, we have activated it. So it's showing here. Let me see. Okay, let's go back to that plugin settings and see if we, on this essential add-ons, there's a way you can activate some stuff here. Under the widgets, elements. So we have this. This plugin have a pro version. So let's see if we have activated the necessary stuff here. You can activate your post grid. For those that want to go into start building blog and all that, there is also a training coming for that. So this one is for post. Let's look for products. This is countdown. I pray they have not added their market elements. All of these are premium stuff. And most time, the best stuff for you to just use contact from 7, you can activate, WP form, you can activate. So these are just form. So we have the WooCommerce now. So WooCommerce product list is not a premium stuff here. It's a free. So you have to activate it under your essential. You have to activate it here. So WooCommerce product price, you can activate. You can activate that. So all these are just, you can, this would thank you page, let's leave that, is a premium feature. So you can save changes. So once you have done that, so let's publish this and refresh our page. Hope we are still following. Are we following?
Yes. Yes, so I'm here.
Okay. So we have refreshed our page. So I don't want to use, at times you might not have access to Elementor Pro. So I don't want to use Elementor Pro to add the products. But let me use Elementor Pro to add products so you can also see how to use Elementor Pro. So just type products. Now, essential add-ons is now coming out. Woo products price, product list and all that. Well, essential add-ons. The product stuff are now out. Look at it now. Woo product list is out. So this part, just product, normal product is for Elementor. So I'll click and drag it in. So we have 4 products. Now it's showing 4 rows and 4 columns. If I reduce to 4 to 3, it means 3 products will appear here. Then the next one will go down. If I say, okay, I want just 2, it means I will have this like this. But this is not nice. So let's pick 3. Or let's pick 4. It's because we have 4 products. It means this container can contain about 4 times 4 is 16, right? It means with these settings, this container can contain about 16 products, right? And also be mindful of your title. Your title should not be as long as this. This title is too long. You can shorten your title and just put it under description. Put the rest under description, right? So it means with this setting, 4 columns and 4 rows, it means our products will contain about 15 products. This section here will contain about 15 products, right? Okay, I want to say, okay, I just need 1 and 4 column, 1, 2, 3, 4. So even though I change this to 3, it won't, something is wrong. It's not supposed to break this down to the next line. It's not supposed to break it down to the next line. So let me save and see what is happening. Since we have picked one row and 4 columns. It's not supposed to break it to the next line. You can see now, I have to refresh my page to see the real this thing. So if you pick 3 and 1, it means 3 products will appear here. So let's increase to 4. So it's not showing. So, but once you refresh your page, it should show. The last product is not showing here now. But if I refresh my page, it should show. Now, there's one event to as pagination. You want 4 columns or you want 3, but still you still want pagination for people to be able to scroll. Pagination will give you a figure of 1, 2, 3, 4 that people can scroll on their own too. So if you activate this pagination will come here where you see your next button, right? Hope you are following. So allow
Yes, I'm following.
all this one
But
stuff.
stop me.
We don't need that. Show results count. We don't need this one. So the query, since we are dealing with our latest products, so your source should just be your latest product, right? It should be your latest product. So this is just the latest product. So once we go down, we are going to see other settings. Now I'm going to explain this term once we move down to the next one. Okay, so this part is also important. How do you want them to appear? Is it ascending or descending order? Do you want them to appear by title? Do you want them to appear by date and all that, right? So the order, descending order or ascending order, how do you want it to be? So it means the last products will come in, and so it should be in the descending order from up to bottom, right? So then your style, you can say, okay, the column gap between products, and you can increase the column gap, right? The row gap, we don't have any row yet, so there's no need to do the row gap. The alignment of image, your alignment, text alignment, you can put it at the middle, you can put it at the side. If I put it at the middle, I need to align my button to the middle also. It's not good that your text are at the middle, then your button is at the left. So how do you align your button to the middle? Now come down to my button. Once you can read and write, Elementor is very simple, right? So under button, if there's no, is there ways to align the button here? Okay, the button alignment is not here. So let's go down to the main distance. Okay, that button alignment is not showing. So the simple part is just for you to put everything at the middle, at the left rather. Put everything at the left because there's no way here where you can just align your button. It's not showing here. Spacing, automatically align button. I don't want to automatically align my button. Okay. Hope we are getting all these ones we are doing. And we know by this part they are showing sold out, right? And sales, because in our first class we had to put some as sold out, right? So let's update. So the next thing on our list, let's design something like this. I'm not supposed to be designing all this since I've showed us how to design them. So let me quickly design. I'll just design one, then we'll do the others ourselves. So um this is a full column. You have to know that this is a full column. This is 3 column inside, right? Then we have another 3 column at the bottom. So it means we have to bring this column to the top, right? Now, let's get that done. I thought I've put in our distance. Or is this? Okay. So let's get that done. So let me remove this pagination. I don't need it. It's not cool like this. So I'll just come down here to this part, pagination, so my page can be as clean as possible. Then also let me align all this to the left, align to the left. Okay. Um, Before I move on, let's also check the other plugin. Instead of using Elementor Pro, let me delete this. Now, Elementor Pro is not giving us free access to do so much editing, because you can also do your normal editing from scratch with Elementor Pro product. You can customize your product to the way you want it to show on your page. But that class is a different class on its own. So let's go down to product and use this other plugin, the product full product list. Do I like this? So this is also nice. So let's go through their setup. We have the print setup, the product layout. Show badge, rating. So you can do so many stuffs here. Look at the badge here. You can say, okay, I don't want sold out or stock out to show. You can put it back. Okay, let it show. This load more button, whereby once it has gotten to the third, you can click on load more for it to show more. But I don't like this layout. But let's see the full settings and see. Show badge, show rating. You can activate all this. You can remove them. Categories, show categories. So you can, the category here is showing furniture. It's showing the category. So I think this is also nice. Title. Do you want the title of the product to show? Do you want the SAP to show? You can hide the this thing, the SAPs. SAP simply means the brief um intro of the product. So if you want it to show, fine. Then total sold, you can put, okay, this product I've sold about five and all that you can show. Add to cart, so you can allow it to show here. So this is actually nice. But their setup, I'm trying to see how we can work on the setup, ascending and descending order. So let's see for it. Okay. So this stuff, Elementor Pro is still okay if you want more, but if you want more flexibility and all that, you can still go with it. But their arrangement, I don't like the arrangement. I'm still trying to look for, okay, how to arrange it to be side by side, but I'm not seeing that function here. I'm not seeing that function here. Layout. This is not the layout I want. I want it to be side by side to show three column and all that, but it's not giving me what I want. Okay, so let's look for something else if we have something else. So if we are not getting that, there's another stuff you can install. Premium add-ons for Elementor. Premium add-ons for Elementor. You can use premium add-ons for Elementor to get that done. Mm, This is the one we used recently. Product price, no, no, no. So let's quickly install another plugin. Let's look for essential add-ons for premium add-ons for Elementor. Because at times you might not have access to using Elementor Pro. So what else will you use it? There's no Elementor Pro. So let's look for premium add-ons. Premium add-ons for Elementor. So this is it, premium add-ons for Elementor install. And when installing plugins, you have to be very careful. There are some plugins that will just have to clash with Elementor. So you have to be very careful with the kind of plugins you install. So at times, once you find out that a particular plugin is clashing with so just click next. Okay, so I'm done with the whole setup. So let's see the stuff to activate. You can activate your mobile menu, mega menu. There is what referred to as mega menu, but all these are premium plans. So let's look for what we want here, the product list. So if we don't have product list, it means we just stick with our Elementor. Where's the product? I used this motherboard recently for a client. So for those that want to further their stuffs, we learn how to use that. Just pray that these stuff have the product list. Okay, pricing table, counter. This WooCommerce category is premium stuff. They don't have products here. So let's go back and refresh and see if products will still come in. Let's publish this first. So for everyone, I'm going to share the premium Elementor Pro Distant plugin with us so that we can use it if we have a new client. So premium add-ons does not have the product stuff. Are we still here? So I think we'll just go with what Elementor. Let's go with the normal products for Elementor. There are so many plugins you can use. There are so many plugins that you can use to solve all this. There's this client I did the website for another part. So I used a different plugin for her. I didn't use Elementor Pro and all that. So it was a different plugin entirely I used for a shop page. So it's just a normal shop. So we had to customize the shop into. So this is what I used for her. So this is not Elementor Pro Distant plugin. So let me get the name of the plugin, and I've forgotten the name. So we might not have time to design this other part. For those that attend our last class, you should be able to do this. So the next part is I'm going to talk about the different categories of products, right? So let's add our normal products here. Products. So this is what we want. For and one. Now, what if you want your product to come in based on categories, right? So let me copy this. I don't want to start repeating Copy and paste. Let me also copy this and paste. Copy and paste. Now I want this part to just show furnitures. Right, so I want all furniture products to be here. So what will I do? So I'll click on this. I'll come down to my query. Now you can exclude some products on your list. For this part, let's choose now let me explain this featured product. Currently we don't have anything like featured products. Now how do we put in a featured product? So let me come down to this part. Under products, how do you add product as a featured product? Look at this star. You might be wondering what this star is for. So if I click on it, it simply means I'm making that product a featured product. So this they are currently not, there's no featured product here. So if I click on it, it will load. Now this product is now a featured product, right? If I click on this again, a featured product. Now I can now say, okay, some of these products are our best seller. So I can name it as best seller products. So let's go to best seller. Now, instead of using latest products here, I'll come down to my query and use featured products. Now, if I save, I don't want to refresh this. If I refresh this, you'll see the product. Now, let me refresh on a normal page. You can now see we have two featured products here, right? That is that for featured product. Now, let's go to other products. If I want only furniture product to show, what will I do? Or only electronics. So let me copy this. Copy, paste, then copy and paste. Now I want more spacing between these two. Remember, we talked about padding. I'll just click on this dot here, come down to advanced. Then I want to put padding at the bottom. So come down to bottom, let's say 50, right? Okay, so this part now, what will I do here? I'll come down to query. Let's say furnitures or electronics rather. Because we have. Okay, so I want all electronics products to show here. Once the clients come down to my website, I just want them to see electronic products here. So I'll come down to query. Now I'll click on this part by 10, right? CERN. Now I'll type the name of the category electronic. Just type it under this 10 here. Now all electronics products should show under here. So publish. Once I refresh, do, do we have any electronics products? Did I put any product under electronics? Let me confirm.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I have this under electronics. So why is it not showing in my stuff? Okay, so let's see what is going on here. Include terms electronics. Why is my electronics product not showing? Content, column 1, pagination, other settings are correct. Something is wrong with that stuff. So since this is inside electronics, why is it not showing? Let me edit and see what is wrong with it. Wait, something might be wrong with my setting. Now, do you know what is wrong? What went wrong? Who can tell me? The main reason why electronics is not showing is because of this source. Now, I'm putting featured products. I'm asking it to show all featured product that is under electronics. This is what I just did. Now, at our back end, there is no electronic product that is under featured products. Now, this electronic product is not under featured products. Now, you
But
have to,
this one is
eh?
Abi is not electronics.
This one, we have just one electronics. This one is furniture, furniture,
Okay,
furniture.
furniture. Oh,
Now, what I'm asking Elementor to do is that put all featured product that is under electronics to be here. But as my back end mind, that is not what I want to do. But this is the settings. Any featured product that is under electronics will appear here. I was wondering why is the electronic product not showing? It's because of this source. It's going back to the
can I
source.
ask a question?
Okay, you can.
I'm sorry for cutting you. So now, let's say you used like you used something else as the heading here. You didn't put STEM and put electronics. Let's say you use something like the way you use best selling, no.
Okay.
Any feature would come in, Abi.
No, this bestseller now does not
Mm,
mean I can just type it as what is at the back end here. Now the back end there under the query is featured products. You get
only, right?
all featured product will show under my bestsellers. So this
Okay.
heading does not matter. I can name it anything. I can
Urban
see
class.
changes. I can see changes stuff to featured products. So this bestseller does not
Eh, sorry.
matter. You get.
I understand.
So for
Yes,
this
yes.
electronics now, so the main reason it didn't show is because we have less than 1 minute for this class. So I'm going to. So under this part, I can now say, okay, under my query, I'm not using featured. I'm using latest product, right? So you can now see that this is showing now. So it means all latest all latest electronic product I have will appear here, right? So I publish. So if you want to do for furniture, you can also go over and repeat the same process. So let me quickly do for furniture, right, please? You can also do it this way. You can say, okay, I want only furniture and electronic products to appear here. Just this side. You just want two categories to appear. Now let me do it in a different part. So you must know how to make use of that your query. It's very, very important. There's a site I built, what is the name of this site? Blackish.ng. It's a blog website. But behind this blog website, there are so many crazy query under it. What is wrong with their site? Okay, it's loading. There are so different queries under this Blackish website. Something is wrong with their website. Did they redesign it? Wow. And the client did not even get back to me to say, okay, this is what is wrong with this site. Or it's in my browser. The matter is not my laptop is this thing is touching. Wow. This site is a very detailed website. I don't know what happened to the site. I don't know what they have done to their website. Like, I will have to reach out to them to find out what they have done to the site. Because most times, if I'm building a site for a client and I've given them their login details, I don't touch the site. They have tampered with their website. Okay, something is wrong with the site. Maybe they have changed it from WordPress to a different website entirely. But let's move on. So you must learn how to you must know how to work with your query. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. Now let me quickly go down to the dashboard of this website and show us the plugin I use. So let's move on. Now for this one, this is a product, product, product. Then this last column, there is no products here. So it means they have two column, one column, two column. Should we quickly do this? Should we? Let's respond. Should we do that? Should we
Yes,
design?
yes, yes.
Okay, so let's design something like. Hope you understand this query part. How to apply this query now. Now, okay, let me just say, okay, I want to apply two different categories inside one. Paste. So I'll come down here. My query. So you have add this electronics. I can still simply type more. The more category you want, the more you type. Just type the one. Okay, furniture. Sorry. Just type all the categories you want. You can put more than 5 categories inside here. Now both furniture and everything, all the categories you type. If you have 20 categories on your site, okay, I just want about 5 to show, 5 different categories to show here, right? You can just type some of our products. Okay, now let's quickly design this before we move down to the shop page. Now this is a very big container that have the black. You must know how to set all this. This is a big container that have the black stuff. So let's get that done. Our container. Now the container is facing this direction, direct row. Let me give
I
padding.
have a question. I have a question.
You can go ahead.
Why is our product not beautiful?
Eh?
It's not verified like the other one.
What do you
Our
say?
product is not verified like the website too. Our product is not
Okay.
verified.
I
Now
think it's the title.
you can see their product is very fine, Abby.
Yes. No, no, that's not the thing. If you compare like this one now, it's very fine. But our own is not fine like that. It's not verified.
It all depends on the kind of product you put and your setting you get. It all depends on how you do your settings. Do you understand? Let me show you
Okay.
this.
Like,
Let me show you this website. So for this part, I use a shop lento. So you can write this down, shop lento. Just write this down. So different plugins comes with for this site now, they didn't use Elementor Pro for their shop. They didn't use Elementor Pro to add their products. Do you get? But we are using Elementor Pro. So shop lento, this is what shop lento is giving. Shop lento have different, so it depends. Number one, it depends on how far your product is. Number two, it depends on the plugins you are using. Elementor can also give you something nice. So look at shop lento now. Shop lento view is kind of different. You can see different from the other one. So if it will just, you can search your products here. Once you add to cart, it will show here. You can look at the way this setup is. It's quite different from what Elementor is giving us. But with Elementor, you can also start building your products from scratch to customize and all that. But if you are using, that is why I'm trying to introduce us with different plugins, right? Hope I'm recording it. Okay. So you can use Shoplento. You can write down this plugin, Shoplento. I had to go and look for the plugin and use this plugin for this client. It all depends on what you want to achieve. So with Shoplento, we achieved it. For this, they didn't use, We can also import all of these settings. Now, if you don't want to use, now let me quickly, since I've explained so much, before I move down to this, okay, let me quickly design this so that I'll show us how to import template, full template, and a full template like this. Now, let me do this. Let me design this quickly for us. Now, I told us that we had the full stuff that had the black, so let's increase the height. Then we have two column inside. Duplicate this, Ctrl D. Now this one, the background color should be black. Style, to color any stuff, just come down to style. Then the color, black. Now I want it to be at the middle. Center, something like this, at the middle. Now, if you look at this, one is bigger than one. This part is bigger than this one. Now I can say under this part, how do I make it big compared to this? This is what I'll do. I want this box to be bigger than this box. Now you click here. The width, instead of doing 100%, I can say I want 70. Then this other one, I want 30%. You can see now, two different sides. This one is 70%, while this one is 30%. Hope you understand this process. Now, I want to add my products. Let's type products. Product list. Let's just make it 3 products. 1. Okay. Hope you are following. Now, this part, we have to change our text color, our heading, and all that. So let's, our title color white. The amount also, the rating. Did we activate rating? No, we didn't activate rating. So the color, the price color, let's put white, everything white. The regular pricing, let's put a little bit white, the gray color. Then, and what other thing? The category. Where is that category aspect? Please, once you see category, let me know. Anything? Empty star rating. Red color, pattern color. We have not seen category yet. But hope you understand this process. I've not seen category. Now this text is long, it's affecting our design. I don't like that long title. Image, title, color, rating star, empty star.
But you could edit this thing inside the WordPress, Abby.
Edit, you can edit, you can change this thing. You are talking about the length of this Navi.
Eh,
Yes, you can. So let's also work on that. Just come down to edit, and let's just use one name for it. You get publish. The same thing we did. Edit. And let me refresh and see. You can see now that it's far better compared to what we had before. I don't know why the product stuff is not showing. So let me give my padding. You can see that there is more space at the top and more space at the down. So let's say our padding should be advanced padding unlock this. Let's say 80/80 or 60/60. Okay. Or let's give it 120. 120. Alright. Now the next thing to add, let's look at what they have here. They have their heading. Let's copy this. They have two headings here. Your test heading, add it. Control V, color. Just duplicate this, Control D, copy, and make it white. I think this is bigger than the up one. You can increase the size, then reduce this a little. Then what else do we have? We have our text editor. Copy. Now, if you take note, this is at the top. Now, how will you adjust that? It's ours is showing at the middle. So let's add our whole stuff first. Control V. Make it white. Hope we are getting the process. Now, I want to take this to the top. I don't want it to be at the middle. So under here like this, I will use start instead of yeah. I used middle before. You can take it to start. If you use end to come down to the bottom part, align items. So this button, you can just, let's copy one of the buttons we have used before. I don't want to start repeating buttons. So let's use this. Right click, copy. Right click, paste. Now the main reason our button is not showing is because of this one is white button and white outline and white text. So let's change that. The outline, the border outline white, right? Then the text color should be white also, something like this. Now I want to align it to the right, align to left, sorry, align to left, so publish. Now the more you design, the more you get to know, okay, how would this be, how would that be, which tool do I need to add here and all that. And also visit other sites to see how things are done also. And one thing about this, if you have a new client and you got to, one good thing about learning with me, once you have any clients, you can simply come and meet me, do the site together, get things done. And also, please don't forget to always use this. There are some topics that you want to learn, you can just go to YouTube and search for it. One thing about YouTube is about getting the right this thing. How will you get the right stuff? So on that shop, let's quickly build a normal shop. So on that shop, I'll just come down to, let me right click at this page and just add my product to the shop. So after this last part, I'm going to reset this website and use the normal template for those that want to build a very fast website. Click on link. Now I want to remove this stuff here. Come down to settings, make it full width. Is to take out the title out. Now you can just put your normal write-up color. Sorry. Welcome to our shop. Center. Make it white. Then here I can make it black. then increase the height. I want it to be at the middle, center here. Now here, come down to shop or product and bring in the product. Now, how many columns do you want? You must specify how many rows, how many columns. So let's say I want 10. Then for this, pagination is very, very important, compulsory. Allow pagination. So pagination, once that's gotten to 40 products, pagination will appear. So this is just the fastest way to build your shop. Do you understand this part? Do we get it? Do we understand?
Yeah. You follow me.
Once I click on my shop, once I refresh my shop, currently we have, now this padding, let me give padding here, is so close. On top of this part, I'll link this, padding at the top, let it publish. Now, do we have any question before we quickly move down to, now let me show you guys how to do the payment gateway. Now, I have a Paystack account. Now, before we go down, before you do that, you have to install a plugin called this thing. Come down to your plugin. See, this is very important, the payment gateway. Very, very important. So it depends on the payment gateway you want to use. We have Lutaflow. No, we have Lutawave, sorry. We have Paystack, we have Stripe. But the common one in Nigeria is the Paystack. Paystack is very common here in Nigeria. Paystack so Paystack Ecommerce gateway, very, very important. Just click on install. Please, let's follow this part. This part is very important. Activate. Okay. Now, let's look for our Paystack. So come down to settings. This is the Paystack settings. Now, what you need to do, enable Paystack. This is very important. Enable Paystack. Debit card, blah, blah, blah. All these are important. Now, once you open a Paystack account, we have what we refer to as the test secret key and the test public key. These two stuffs are very, very, very important. Very important. So for this part, you can use pop-up, you can use with direction if you want to. Pop-up will just pop up on the screen. The direction will direct you to Paystack site. So let's go with pop-up. So test key and product key, very important. And let me see if I can access my Paystack account. Paystack. Login. I hope I still have access to this. Why is it asking me to reset my password? I didn't request for the reset password now. Okay, let's reset. Let's quickly get that done. Okay. I should have used this one. Okay, what is going on? Okay. password is very long. Okay, so let's type in the password. Please hope we are still following. That I will not be left alone here. This
Yeah, yeah,
payment gateway is important, very, very important. So I can show you how to start doing how to open a Paystack. To open Paystack is very simple. What we want is, let's go to settings and see if we get app. Now once you come down to settings, what you need is this API key. Very important. API key is very important. So once you click on that API key, your live secret key, you need it, and your live public key, you need it. So let's copy the live public key first. But before you come down here, you have to create it yourself. Just click on add IP address and all that. Create automatically. You should be able to create. Under here, we have the test secret key. Do I need that? Okay, this is the live mode. Why this is the test mode? You don't need the test mode. This test mode is just to test your payment gateway. So let's copy the live public key here. So let's go back to this part. Please, this payment gateway is important. Your client must live public key, right? That is what's okay, public key. Paste it. So the next one is the live public key. It will ask you to put in your password before you can copy that. So let's copy it. Paste. So step change. So that is that for that. Now let's come down to my page and do as if I want to get the product. So once I refresh, right? Now before that, let's go down to our settings, the WooCommerce settings under payment, and activate Paystack as a payment option, right? So let's come down to settings, payment. So I think Paystack is activated now. Let's click on that. It's activated already. So let's add this to cart, view cart, proceed to checkout, fill in all your details, which I've done. Now you can see now it's not showing. We activated to make payment into this account. It will show you the account details to make payment into or pay directly online. So place order. So it's bringing out the pop-up. Okay. So this is where you now insert your card details to pay the sum of 60,000. Do you understand the process of this payment gateway is very, very important in e-commerce. Do you understand this process?
So
So we can also go back to the video and get it done. Right? You can click on pay now, cancel order, sort to card, it will go back. Please, this is very important. If you don't learn anything today, learn this one. It's very important. It's key. So now let's go back to let me reset all these jargons we have done so far. I'll come down to plugin. Let me see if I have the plugin, WP reset. The WP reset is to use you can use WP reset to reset your site, to wipe out everything in your site. So WP reset. You scroll down to this part here, type reset. Click on okay, this is okay, yeah, type reset. Okay, so we have a new website. There's nothing like pages, all our pages are wiped out. There's no products, there's no plugins, there's nothing. So I can just delete all these plugins if I want to. So let's go back to appearance theme and add a new theme. So let's activate our blog system, activate, and the blog system is outdated. Let's update it. Please, you must go back to your plugins and update your thing. They are very important. So activate Blockstick Companion, very important. Activate the plugin. Now you come down to startup site. Let's search for e-commerce or shop. So let's look for some of the shop websites they have. Okay, shop. This also is an e-commerce website, but I need something beautiful. Okay. Our plans. Let's look for the free plans here. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. So you click on import. Now it's asking you to import chat theme. Don't click on this one. Just click on next. Now which builder do you want to use? We are using Elementor. Next. Our class will end now. Next. Install. So it will help us install this data. This the hosting space I'm using is free. So I pray it will give us the full installation. Let's pray it works. But that is just the way to do it. Then you start editing your code with Elementor. It's as simple as that. Just pray it works. Okay. Yes. So our site is ready. So let's visit our site and see. Now this is our site. And see we have all the products, we have all the pictures, we have everything that we need here. You go down to products, your shop, you can edit everything. Just follow the video and you start editing. Right? So if I want to edit my home page, I'll just come down to my home. I click on Elementor, open link in a tab, and start doing all the editing I want to do. Right? Just click on Recreate Kit. It will take you to this part. Click on Recreate Kit. Save changes. Close it. Let's refresh. Stanley, from today, start telling people that you are into website design. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Start telling them that you're into website design. Start guessing. The least amount you can use to build an e-commerce website is 250. And with that 250, what you are buying will not be up to 50K. You can even build an e-commerce website for 150K and you still have enough gain to go back home with. So this is what we have here. Now, as I said earlier on, they didn't choose this thing. They use enter your short code. This is WooCommerce short code. Product limit equal to 4, column equal to, and all these ones are short code. That's why you say their stuff is kind of neat. So they didn't use the normal adds to the normal products and start setting your products. So for this, you have little authority over it that you want to start changing some stuff here. You don't have much liberty here. So once you install Elementor Pro, you should be able to have more liberty to do some of this stuff here. So their own, they just use the shortcode to import this. This one too here is a shortcode, 4 column, order by popularity and all that. The same thing applies to this down part. Instead of 4, I think they use 3. Yeah, product limit 3, column 3. So this is another column here. So I think that is that. Do you have any question?
So with this templates, can I add more products
You
if I
can add
decide to
more.
use same place to make my work faster?
You can add more products. Let's say I want to use this short code here. But if you are using templates, right, what I will advise you to do is to delete because you are just starting up. You want you will not want to start using some of this short code. Just get your Elementor Pro and delete this one and use your Elementor Pro to add products. So with Elementor Pro, you can have more ways to edit. You can edit the button, change the button color and all that. So since I'm used to this code, I can say, okay, this stuff, I want to add more products to this part here. So products limits, I will say, okay, 8 products, right? So it will increase to 8 products, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can see, right? So I can also say, okay, this column, I want about 5 columns instead of using 4, I want 5. So it will give me 5 different columns. Hope you are seeing the difference. But for this, I won't be able to
Yes.
change the button. It's what the same give me, I will use. Do you get? Unless you know how to code and do the rest of that, you can change the button. So let's retain the 4 and 4, 4, 4. So this shortcode is available on WooCommerce plugin. If you check the WooCommerce plugin, you see some of this stuff on how to add button, how to add cart and all that. They are available. So we just successfully built our site. So you can still follow the process of adding this thing, the payment gateway and all that. So once you view card, proceed to check out, it will give us error that sorry, it seems there are no available payments because we reset our website. Right. So that is that for this. So any other question? Our next class will start on the 15th. So you have full access to the class. Thanks for your tenacity and always showing up in class is really, really encouraging.